now we must ask the question, what does it really mean to fear God? Well, in order to answer this question, we need to examine the expression fear God and also the expression fear of the Lord as it's found in all of the Bible. Perhaps you know that the book of Revelation contains over 1,000 references to the Old Testament alone, which means that Revelation is getting much of its information from all of the rest of Scripture, from all of the rest of the Bible. So if we want to know what the first angel's message means when it says, fear God, we need to see what that expression means in the rest of Scripture. You see, the expression, the fear of God or the fear of the Lord, is like a many-edged diamond. Each edge is a different aspect of what it means to fear God. So we must look at the entire biblical testimony about this expression or these expressions. Now, by definition, the expression fear God or the fear of the Lord involves respect, awe, reverence, and worship towards God. And the reason why we are to have this respect, this awe, this reverence, and this spirit of worship for God is because He is our Creator and we are His creatures. Notice Psalm 33 and verses 6 through 9 where this is brought out clearly. Psalm 33 verses 6 through 9. It says there, by the word of the Lord, the heavens were made. Notice creation. And all the host of them by the breath of His mouth. He gathers the waters of the sea together as a heap. He lays up the deep in storehouses. Let all the earth fear the Lord. Let all the inhabitants of the earth were inhabitants of the world stand in awe of Him. So why are we supposed to fear the Lord and stand in awe of the Lord? It's simply because God is the what? The Creator, and we are creatures. Jeremiah chapter 10, verses 6 through 10. Jeremiah chapter 10, verses 6 through 10 adds to this idea. It says there, inasmuch as there is none like you, Jeremiah is describing God, there's none like you, O Lord, you are great, and your name is great in might. Who would not fear you, O King of the nations? For this is your rightful due. For among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their kingdoms, there is none like you. So reverence and awe for God, fearing God, has to do with who He is. He's the great God. He is the Creator of the heavens and of the earth. But you know, the fear of the Lord is an interesting phenomenon. To fear God is an interesting phenomenon because it has to do with God being distant and at the same time with God being close. In other words, God is transcendent, but God is also immanent. God is over and above His creation, but God comes in contact with His creation. You know, the great writer Rudolf Otto once said that God is the holy other. In other words, we should not conceive of God as our good old buddy. We can't conceive of God as the man upstairs. God is a God who is great, omnipotent, and He must be respected. He's up there. He's over and above us. He's outside of us. He is transcendent. But the Bible also tells us that God comes into close contact with those who are humble of heart.